extraordinary gift. Coach Buddy Pough's clothing is provided by Bill Owings Custom Clothing. Bill Owings Custom Clothing is a proud sponsor of the Buddy Pough Show.
Bulldogs leading 31-7 at the half. Coach, you take over the football and your message in the locker room.
Well, we wanted to come back and really have a good second half. We've been kind of, putting the ball in the deep freeze and, not really capitalizing on what we developed in the first half. We want to get our offense going again. And so we come out throwing it again. And, Malcolm throws play action on the very first play to Terrence Smith. And then we come back with another little play action pass to Terrence. And Terrence gets about another 20-some-odd yards after the contact there. And he's a tough, hard-nosed guy, so you always know that he's going to drive hard toward the end zone.
Terrence Smith, the leading receiver, 5 catches, 91 yards. And, of course, Travell Jameson finishing this drive off, and there's your third quarter answer.
And that's what Travell does. And, you see Devin Ware blocking for him there, giving a good lead blocking. We really have a nice little group of backs there when they start blocking for each other, that kind of stuff. So, we like to see ourselves as more of a hard-nosed team sometimes.
Raphael Bush on the tackle. Nick Elko in at quarterback, and what a pass there, Coach, for Delaware State.
Yeah, that was a great throw. They catch you in cover 2 sometimes and find a little seam in it between the safety and the corner, and then they get another run here, and Raphael Bush finally ends up knocking this guy out of bounds. But, they get some yardage there that we really don't think they ought to be giving up. And, then we come back and stop them here. Ronell Ferguson, gets through and gets a nice tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and then they try to throw a fade route, and then Philip, boy, he's got to make that play, boy. That ball goes through his hands. He's really disappointed. He takes the hat off. I think he thinks about it. He better hurry up, put that thing back on, and they come back and make a field goal here to go up to get 10 points.
Delaware State now trailing South Carolina State 38-10. Hornets forced to kick off to South Carolina State. And again, it's an opportunity for a lot of folks to get some playing time. Kenny Smalls on the return.
Right. We're trying to move some people around back in there. And, we go play action again, and they rush Malcolm pretty good. And Devin, as a young guy, you got to learn to get behind your pass. Don't give up that much of your body. But, Will runs the ball here and gets knocked back a little bit. Then the next thing you see is he's finding his way through for about a 4 or 5 yard gain. So he's always going to have some positive yardage. And then we punt the ball here and, don't quite get it protected quite properly, but Blake still gets it off, and they rough him, so we get the football back.
And that was actually the first punt of the day for South Carolina State. Didn't come until the third quarter. Bulldogs take the football back over. Travell Jameson, one of his better runs.
Right. This is what Travell does. You give it to him inside, and, if you don't tackle him properly, he'll drag people all over the place. And then we go play action again. Malcolm tries to throw it, can't quite find anybody to throw it to, and then you see old Fleet Feet here, right? He's running around the side, and he gains about 12 or 13 yards here, doesn't he?
13-yard pickup for Malcolm Long on that run, keeps this possession alive, and he goes back up top, does what he does best. What about the catch of Dwayne Clark?
This is a nice catch. If you get the ball up high, Dwayne catches the ball really well. And, we handed the wheel, 2 or 3 people try to tackle him. He runs around the side, and there you see what Will Ford does. He scores.
Will Ford, 17 carries, 87 yards on the day for Will Ford. That for South Carolina State, a 7-play, 75-yard drive. Bulldogs now up 45-10.
Right. Now you see our defense playing here. And, Ransom doesn't quite get him down there, and then Marquis Hamlin tackles him. But, we got to get him stopped, and we eventually do when they get down close to our goal line because he makes another nice throw and catch here, and Raphael Bush gets him down. They go play action here on 4th and inches. I don't know if I would have done this or not, but
no, you wouldn't have done that. I don't think so. That was 4th down. Turns the football back over to South Carolina State. Derek Wiley in the ball game now.
Yeah, we got Derek in the game, and we got some of those young offensive linemen in the game too. I see Jonathan Saxon in there and Sam Hammond. Lawrence Davis, a kid from over at Florence, South Carolina, over at Wilson High School. Sterling Blunt, that crowd, and you see us run the football here. Derek Wiley can run it now, so we give it to him, and he pulls off the backside of his own play and gets stuck pretty good there. The guys on the sideline laugh at him because he gets hit pretty good there. The next thing we get a fumble there. I think this might have even been on a 4th and inches play. We don't want to go for another field goal, and we put the ball on the ground, and that kind of hurts us a little bit. But we get stopped there, and then I see Sammy McDuffie, on a play there. Then they try to throw it out the flat. I don't know exactly what he's trying to do here, but he throws it right to Phillip Adams. And, this is what gives us our 50 second point here, or 51st point, I guess.
And that was with like a minute and a half to go in the ball game. Dell tries to throw it. Phillip Adams, hey, he'll take it and take it into the end zone. Blake's going to come in for the point after touchdown, and there is your final margin. Does look good in the newspaper the next day. 52 for South Carolina State, just 10 for Delaware State. And, Coach, you talk about your most complete game, 513 yards of total offense on Saturday. Have to be pleased with that effort on all sides of the ball, outside of the kickoff return.
Oh, I guarantee you, it was a really good effort for our team. We played good on defense. Our offense really moved the football around and scored points. And we played good in the special teams game, except for that one play. So, I really was excited about the improvement of our team, and it looks like we're going to continue to improve on through the rest of the year now.
Malcolm, 16 of 24 for 316 yards. And, of course, our Farm Bureau drive of the game, we can go back to the second quarter. Bulldogs leading 31-7 at that point, and Malcolm Long, little play action, and it doesn't get any prettier than this.
Yeah, but now this is, I don't know if you can quite call this a drive, but it's a one-play series where we get an 80-yard bomb, and I guess if you're going to score, that's the way to do it.
There you go, 31-7 at that point, South Carolina State. We got to take a time, but we'll come back and tell you what is up next for your South Carolina State Bulldogs on this edition of the Buddy Pough Show.